If you got nowhere to go, watch the Pocket Horse Show. Pocket Horse Show. Pocket Horse Show. Hey, Mom, close the door. All right, here we are once again. It's the Parts Unknown Studio Syndicate, yo. The Pocket Horror Show. I am your benevolent host, the Pocketman, the Twin Weisel.
And I'm Eddie Horror.
And we're coming to your face with another episode of Fan Mail.
So, what we're going to do, we took your questions, and we have a live studio audience to read us off those questions. So, sorry, you're not going to get credit, but we got the questions lined up. So, studio audience, what's the first question?
Montel Williams style. By the way, I just want to say this episode is brought to you by the presidential candidate Donald Trump, the only choice for America, the only one who's been on wrestling ever before.
That's very true. Yeah. He has been on wrestling. Whether he's a part of the show, we don't know.
First question.
Let's see Eddie Horror without his glasses.
Yeah, why don't you take off your glasses, Eddie?
You might as well ask every luchador to take off their mask. I don't want people to know who I am. But I do have a secret. I'm going to take off my glasses off camera, and you'll see why I have this secret.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Oh. I can never unsee that.
Yeah, I need help. That's why I don't take off my glasses. So, audience, next question? Yes, you.
What's your next movie episode?
There's so many options we've been talking about. There's a guy I've never heard of before, but his name is Vin Diesel. I heard he's making some movies. Is he
Vin Diesel?
Is
No, you're
star?
Twin Weasel.
That's my name.
But Vin Diesel. Wait, was that the guy in that porn Triple X? That's a porn, right?
Yeah, the name sounds familiar, but I never. Yeah, Triple X.
That's a porn
adult
movie.
film.
Yeah, Triple X. Was that
But there might have been him. I think you're right. Also, there's also Schwarzenegger movies, and there's another movie that one of the greatest movies of all time. I would say Over the Top, starring Sylvester Stallone.
We would need a very special guest, someone we know, Whiskey Mena, who is a trucker himself, so can relate to that lifestyle. So
yeah, I heard that's the trucker Bible movie. Like every trucker lives his life by Over the Top.
Of course, what trucker doesn't arm wrestle and try and win his son back through those competitions? So
that is every trucker's life. All right, next question. How about
you right there with the black sunglasses? I like you.
What's your guilty pleasure song?
Guilty pleasure songs.
I know you like Sugar Ray.
Sweet Home California. You know what's funny is I when that song was when Fly came out, that I got that album for a gift. I don't remember if it was Christmas or birthday.
A gift to yourself?
No, not that time. There was a few songs on there that were never on the radio, but were actually like, okay, these guys can rock out. Yeah, I mean, I did like those songs. But when I think of guilty pleasure, I think of what you like that either no one would expect or you'd be kind of embarrassed to play because that's just not you. The first song I could think of when I hear that is Barbie Girl. That I'm a Aqua. Barbie Girl. Yeah, Aqua. There you go. Yeah, that's that
was just a wild
so
guess.
Funny. yeah. Okay, I'm sure it was. I think back, that was early on when I was very young. But I remember like laughing at that song, thinking, "Hey, this is really catchy. This is really funny. I may have or may not have performed it live in karaoke once before." But yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
Other than everyone knows, I love "Steal My Sunshine." That is such a great song from the '90s. But other than that,
I thought mine was bad.
I got it every time that Justin Bieber song "Sorry" comes up. I have to turn it way up and roll the windows up as well because that is my jam. All right, next question.
Sorry, and our Barbie Girl.
You over here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's your favorite TV show series?
Wow.
It's got to be for as far as TV show series. I mean, there's a lot of good shows now. I think
there's
right now
a lot of great shows.
The golden era of or the third rise of the golden era of television right now, especially on Netflix and whatnot.
Yeah.
Original series are so good, but of all time, I would say for me it had to be Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, yeah. For me, right now, the first show that came up to mind was Narcos, especially with season 2 being out.
Oh yeah,
the great show. But when I think all time, I have to think.
Yeah, so are we talking now, or are we talking of all
now
time?
or all time?
Of all time.
All time.
For me, yeah, still like TV series. I would say Seinfeld.
I think the next when I think all time, I think of Saved by the Bell. That was one of
All
my
time?
yeah. I mean, growing up Saturday mornings and catching the reruns on TV.
Like other than wrestling, or
well, okay, wrestling's not a show. We know it's real. I mean, wrestling would be more of reality.
it's like
TV,
reality,
right?
it's reality TV. But
I would say Saved by the Bell. If I think of something else, I'll update it at a later random episode. But that's the first one that pops in mind. So
yeah. If I was going to throw out like for shows now, I love The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I think that show
Okay.
just effing hilarious. So
The Walking Dead's great too. But for me, and I love Sons of Anarchy when it was out. But right now, Narcos is definitely my favorite show that I'm watching.
nice.
You with the black T-shirt.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Like now or of all time?
Yeah.
Of all time.
Oh man, you want to go first?
You know, I've talked about The Simpsons in the past. And I love that show and love Family Guy, but
Like, are we talking adult cartoons or like just
I think if it's animated, that's
animated
good.
shows?
For
Okay,
me,
okay.
there's one cartoon that I could never get enough of because there weren't as many episodes as The Simpsons or some of the later shows, but old school original Tom and Jerry. How cool was Tom and Jerry? Cat versus mouse, shenanigans versus shenanigans. One of, if not my favorite scenes ever from any cartoon was when Tom was serenading the girl cat. The is you is or is you ain't my baby. Yeah, I mean that just classic, and just it makes me laugh. And my God, the things they would do to each other was which was the obvious influence for the Simpsons Itchy and Scratchy show, but Tom and Jerry, I think, for me all time.
It's timeless without a doubt.
Definitely.
It's still funny. It's transcendent.
Hilarious.
For me, I would say, I mean, if you're talking about adult animated series, I really like King of the Hill. I thought was just hilarious.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
characters there. There was a new show on Netflix. I hope it gets a season 2 called F is for Family. I don't know if you caught
I've
that.
never seen it, no.
Hilarious. It was so funny. It was like it was like King of the Hill, but like a lot more cursing. It was just like it was rated Netflix or whatever. But I would say for cartoons, for children's cartoons, Conan the Adventurer. I don't know if you remember that show.
Conan, really? I don't remember that.
I loved that cartoon growing up. It would show like right before we went to school. I would watch it, and the cool thing about that show was that it had a lineage. Like it followed the episode preceded the follow storyline, and there was a beginning and there was an end, and then like it ended. So it was kind of like Dos Mujeres Un Camino.
Dos Mujeres Un Camino. Not to backtrack with your King of the Hill, but didn't we reenact the King of the Hill scene in Texas, Dallas, when we had a road trip about 10, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
We took a picture and
it was so funny because we're from parts unknown California, and we went to Texas, and we didn't realize that King of the Hill, it looks just like the show. People are in the backyard. It's an alley, but it looks like a street, and they just kind of hang out there and drink beer.
And that was most of Texas that we saw. We don't know if all of Texas is that way. It's a big state, but from what we saw, it was set up just like King of the Hill.
I won't talk bad about Texas. So.
Texas was probably the most boring state we had drove through. Anyway, next question. You with is that a lion shirt?
The Lion King shirt.
There you go.
What's your favorite food?
For me, I think I love all food of the world, but I would say maybe Indian. Indian is probably my favorite. Just so much spice, so much flavor. You never know what you're getting. Man, it just kicks you.
I grew up with Mexican food and I love it to death. But I have to think if I were on a deserted island and could have one type of food every day.
Some lamb vindaloo?
No, Chinese food.
Chinese.
American Chinese, though. That's
Some panda.
American Chinese. I really like the kind of like the local $1 Chinese food.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I really like those. Those are their orange chickens may vary and stuff, but the chow mein seem to be pretty good.
You mean like may vary in meat? Like the chicken may not actually be chicken? Or?
Well, look, if it's good, I'll eat it. But the reason I say Chinese food as a young kid, being exposed to that, I was also exposed to sriracha at a very young age. And
Sriracha.
I know sriracha is a type of
I like
sauce.
the sound of that word.
It's very popular because of the red sauce, the green cap. I get it, but I love it, and I was exposed
What
to
is
that
a
at a
green
very young
cap?
age. Oh no! Okay. So it's like saying teriyaki sauce.
Yeah.
It's a type of sauce.
I know.
But sriracha is
I know
known as the
sriracha.
one main one with the green top. That's why.
And that's what made it popular, the green top?
No. It's that specific sriracha that's popular.
Oh, I see what you mean. I
that's
see what you mean.
meant.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, Chinese food. I don't know how much time we have left. A couple questions. Let's go. You over there in the blue.
Vin Diesel or The Rock?
We just talked about that. I think we know all about Vin Diesel now because we were surprised.
Once again, I never heard of Vin Diesel, but even though I don't know anything about him, who he is, where he comes from, what he's done, I'm gonna go Vin Diesel.
Twin, why would you go Vin Diesel if you never heard of him? Come on, Twin Weasel. Are you the man I knew?
Even though I don't know him, I've heard of him.
Okay.
People have asked about him, and it's got to be something too. Vin Diesel. I've heard he's been in movies like The Babysitter, and someone said that his greatest
car movie.
Some car movie. I don't know what the hell. The girl with the dragon tattoo, Too Fast, Too Furious, or something like that.
I don't know.
And actually, I heard someone said that his greatest acting role, and probably Oscar worthy, though he got snubbed, was playing Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if you ever saw that. And just a quick little tidbit. That was not CG. That was not any kind of
Groot,
costumes. Yeah, Groot. It was not CG. It was not costumes. It was Vin Diesel's pure acting skills that you saw on the screen as Groot.
That's a lot of information for someone you only heard of. Wow. Look, The Rock is old school wrestling. The Rock is hilarious. I'm with The Rock for many reasons. The Rock and Vin Diesel, I heard, were into a real life feud, which, of course, we all know wrestling's real life. That may eventually play out at next year's WrestleMania, right before that next car movie comes out. So,
Well, be gosh darn.
yeah, wouldn't that be a surprise? So, next question. I don't know how much time we have for left. There's a Twin Weasel's dog acting up out there. You right there. Yeah, you right there.
Who was your first love?
Oh God.
Oh wow.
I don't want to embarrass them if they subscribe to this channel, but I would say I don't know if it was puppy love or like true love. Well, I would say my first crush or love, I guess, junior high. It was a girl, a Filipino cutie that I
Cutie with a booty.
Actually, yeah, she was thick-legged, man, and I fell for it, and I was puppy love, first kiss, actually. So, 8th grade, initials EB. That's all I'm gonna say about it, in case she ever watches this show. I don't wanna embarrass anyone, incriminate myself. Okay. So, EB, I still follow you online. So, that's
for me, my first crush, I think I was in like kindergarten, and there was this girl. Yeah, kindergarten. Puppy love, man. This girl named Diana. She was so pretty, and all the guys, we joke around. She was very pretty. All the guys would joke around. That's my girlfriend. No, my girlfriend. Ha ha ha. No, she blah blah blah. That I'd say was my first crush, my first love, if you will.
What was pretty about her? I mean, you're in kindergarten, like.
I don't know, man. I didn't know anything back in kindergarten. Today, I'd probably be like, oh no, I wouldn't date her. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kindergarten, man. It was just puppy love.
True.
Puppy love.
All right.
Next question. Yeah, you.
How old were you when you had your first kiss?
Wow, so we're staying with the theme of young love or young experiences.
Very romantic questions. And the Twin Weasel is all about romance and all about the birds and the bees and the ladies. It's same girl I fell in love with. Okay. That BBW in junior high school. It was my first kiss, and okay, so good story about the first kiss. Actually, now that I think about it,
okay, you gotta put the hat on for
this was almost like this was actually like I would say my official first date ever. I mean,
Okay.
we were 8th grade, and we went to the movies, and I was like, hey, let's go to the movies. I'll meet you there. I couldn't drive. Like, hey, we'll meet you there. I think her dad whoever dropped her off. I took the bus, the Torrance Transit to the Delano Mall.
Right.
Bus.
Not too close to Parkson, but
not too close. I lived out there outside of Parkson at the time, and took the bus on there, and the movie, and we kissed. We made out during the movie that we went to go see, and that movie was Street Fighter, the movie.
Oh.
Until this day, I have not actually seen Street Fighter because we pretty much made out for at least half the movie at least. So I don't remember anything about that movie, but yeah.
My first kiss. Wow, I was not junior high. I was already in high school. My first girlfriend. Her name was Elizabeth.
Berkeley?
Yeah. Huh?
Berkeley?
No. I wish. No, yeah, I mean, that was, puppy love. Hey, your first girlfriend. Hey, you go out. God, I remember we saw a movie, too. I just don't remember what movie it was. But, yeah, the first kiss, didn't see much of that movie. Whatever movie it was, didn't see much of it either. Similar story, except I was maybe a couple years older.
Nice. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Next one.
How many more questions do we have? Okay, last question, yes.
What don't you like about Parts Unknown?